Steve McClaren is on the island watching the Jamaica Premier League, and Kaheim Dixon needs to start playing big man football because the Little Boy Academy football is too easy for him. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Gunnaz podcast. I'm your host, Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boyz and local football. If you enjoy the content that I do on this channel, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button and help me get to my goal of 4,000 subscribers before the end of this month. And if you're a regular viewer to this channel, remember, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So 11, Smurf, El Granero, Olano. All of my regular viewers, just go ahead and hit that like button. So match week 19 of the Jamaica Premier League kicked off yesterday with Charlton Maroons playing Portmore United in a game that ended 3-0 to the former champions from Portmore, which saw Portmore's new signing Jeremy Lynch bag a brace to run away comfortable victors in that game. In other games, Dunby Holding drew 1-1 in a stalemate at the Dunby Holding Sports Complex, and the last game of yesterday was played at the Harbourview Mini Stadium between Harbourview and Waterhouse Football Club, where the visitors snatched a 1-0 victory courtesy of an Andre Fletcher 13th minute penalty. Now, to the surprise of fans in the stadium was Steve McClaren, who was greeted by the Harbourview faithful before the game and sat in the stands to watch alongside his wingman, Marion Gordon. Now, this is happening ahead of the Trinidad friendly scheduled for the 6th at Catherine Hall and the 9th at Anthony Spalding Sports Complex, as the selected squad will be full of mainly local players from the Jamaica Premier League, giving Coach Steve McClaren a chance to judge our local players against international opponents. Now, Jamaica plays St. Vincent and the Grenadines in March for a spot in the Gold Cup group stage over a 2-leg playoff, and the local players will be keen to impress, hoping for a call-up against a real competitive game against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For me, I think this is a good look, and that Steve McClaren needs to be in Jamaica more, watching local football, as he, more than anyone else, will be able to correctly ID proper talent that he can develop and actually select on his own accord without the input of Marion Gordon. Now, mind you, obviously we know Marion Gordon is the assistant coach responsible for mainly monitoring the Jamaica Premier League space, and delegation is important. But I just think us as Reggae Boyz fans would feel a whole lot more comfortable and would take on to Steve McClaren more if we see him more around the place. We see him actually watching games and actually making a decision based off what he's seen. It's very hard to say that you're not selecting local players if you're not watching local players. It's very hard to justify that why you're not selecting local players, which is what a whole lot of Reggae Boyz fans are calling for if you're not watching games. So I think him actually being at the games and watching these football matches, even if he does not select local players, at least fans can look at it and say, well, the coach came, the coach watched, he's been at matches, and he just hasn't seen anything that can improve his team. That would be more of a backup for Steve McClaren as it relates to winning over the local fans. So hopefully Steve McClaren can show up to more games and make some more decisions for himself. That is the key thing for me as well. As you guys all know, I've outlined the main things that I want from Steve McClaren this year. He needs to start winning matches at home. He needs to make tough decisions, like keeping Latibodier out of the midfield, playing him in his rightful position, even if that means that you're going to bench a player like Dexter Lembikisa, going out and getting the players that we need, playing John Russell, maybe starting Cephas because he's an unformed player or an informed player. So there are many decisions that Steve McClaren needs to make this year, but I just think that he needs to be bold, brave, and concise with every single decision that he makes, because this year is a very, very important one, especially leading up to our Gold Cup playoff and, more importantly, our World Cup qualifiers. Now, before I go ahead and speak about Kaheim Dixon, let me just preview the next set of fixtures from match week 19 of the Jamaica Premier League that is set to kick off later today. Now, Arnett Gardens will face Mullines United at the Anthony Spalding Sports Complex at 6:30 p.m. That match will be shown on Sportsmax. So I think that one is going to be a pretty good watch. Mullines United is climbing up the table, and Arnett Gardens are trying their best to stay within reach and stay within that top 6 for the playoffs. So that game will be an exciting one. Mount Pleasant is also set to face Cavalier at Draxall, however. I think that match should have been a TV match as well, and I think that is where we need more TV providers and broadcasters in Jamaica, because both of these matches should be shown. And to be very honest, the real match that should be shown is the Mount Pleasant versus Cavalier game, and it's not being shown. Why? Because of the venue, because they have the Arnett Gardens one set up, and I think they prefer to video at Arnett Gardens. But come on, all of these matches, are at least the top matches with the top teams in this island, must be on television. 100%. You can't have a Mount Pleasant versus Cavalier game and that is on television over an Arnett Gardens versus a Mullines Football Club game. Like, come on, the best teams need viewership, and that is how I see it. But moving on, that match will be at 3 p.m. at Draxall. Then moving over to Catherine Hall in Mobay, they will face off against Humberland FC. And lastly, Racing United will go up against Tivoli Gardens at the 30-meter park. Now, Kaheim Dixon scored yet another stunner for Charlton a couple days ago, which just goes to show the level of this young man and the level that he's performing at in the Charlton Academy. His trickery, his technique, his hard work, all of that is testament to his massive performances for the Addicts in this season. And I think it's about time that he starts featuring more regularly in the senior team. And if this does not happen, I don't see how Charlton is going to be able to keep him much further after this summer. There are many eyes that are on Kaheim Dixon because he's simply just tearing it up in England right now. And yeah, it would just be really very good to see how Kaheim Dixon would look having an extended run of games in big man football, because I just want to see how well he will adjust, because academy football is clearly too easy of a level for him. So yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about my thoughts in this video. Share your thoughts in the comment section about the different topics that I did touch on. And also, I have a very good video coming out tomorrow, so you guys just go ahead and look out for that. I'm going to leave just a small second. I'm going to put a thumbnail for a small second in this video so you guys can anticipate that video for tomorrow. It's a very exciting one. So yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, every single video on this channel must get to 100 likes. You guys have been supporting me, and I really love it, because this is a family, this is a community, and I just really love the support that you guys are giving me. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.